Andrew Mack here with Trial by Combat and MMA Island. Today I'm joined by Mike Jolicoeur, who's fighting on his birthday, September 15th, at Combat FC for the amateur belt. Mike, how you doing?
Good, man. Great to talk to you. How you doing?
I'm doing awesome. So before we talk about this fight, let's talk about your background. How'd you get into martial arts?
Well, I got a little karate background. So as a kid, I did karate and like Kempo karate, and so I got like a base there. Made it to my brown belt, and then I was like, man, done with this shit. I don't want to do it. It wasn't my passion at the time, young kid or whatever. And then around when I turned 18 or 17, about to turn 18, my buddy Ben Louie, super strong Muay Thai guy. He really attracted me to the sport per se, just because I seen him training and stuff, and so we worked out, and he got me really really hooked, you know. And then I started training right after around when I turned 18, so around September 2020, 2021, yeah, 2020, yeah, and started with jujitsu mainly is what fascinated me. But then I quickly, like, kind of, the background in karate, I feel like, kind of stuck with me, and I, uh, I ended up really falling in love with striking a lot. Jiu-jitsu's still my first love, but like striking's like my mistress.
What Kempo karate school did you go to? Because I'm a Kempo guy, so I know a lot of the schools in the area.
Oh, just at Tokyo Joe's. It was at
Yep.
Tokyo Joe's, and it turned into a complete martial arts academy in Nashua. So some guy named Eric Menard runs the school, and yeah, they do some like basic jujitsu classes there. I checked it out recently online because I was like, fuck it, I wonder what's going on there because
You ever
it's in my
met the
city.
Tokyo Joe?
No, no, but that would be cool.
I've heard stories because he's friends with my grandmaster. Just absolutely fucking insane. When they used to spar, they had to tie his hand behind his back because he would just like injure everyone.
Really?
That's what they
Fucking
say, at
Joe.
least.
That's cool, man. I didn't. I always thought that maybe it would just be like it was like a household name or something that just attracted, like people. Tokyo Joe, like Joe. Oh, it's just Joe.
Yeah, his real name's
Joe.
like Bobby Lamantina or something.
Oh, that's cool, man. Oh, that's awesome. So he knows your grandmaster.
Yeah.
What are you black belt in karate,
Yeah,
taekwondo,
third
or
degree
what
in
is it?
Kempo.
Hell yeah, man. That's what's up. Awesome. You still train?
Yeah. Aiming to do an MMA fight sometime like early next year.
Fuck yeah, man. I'd love to see you in the cage.
So back to you. Talking about that traditional martial arts background. A lot of people hear traditional martial arts these days and they just flip it off because they see like this Olympic karate stuff and like these bad karate videos online. How do you think your traditional background's helped you in your martial arts style?
Interesting question. I don't know if I've thought so much about it, but I think that I have a good kicking base, and I'm more so light on my feet
Hmm.
than like mobile on the ground. You know how like jujitsu guys, they can like jump from here to there, and your guard is just fucking past. Like, how did that even happen? I feel like I can move on my feet pretty well, and stuff like that that maybe could have been generated from like when I used to train like Kempo, and do the little sparring I did, bouncing more so than anything, and yeah, so I think it helps me in that manner, just I feel like I got my feet under me and I'm comfortable,
I know how
you
you
know,
feel.
yeah.
So you started training during like these COVID restrictions where like everyone's being shut down. You could only train like with these specific guidelines. So how was getting through those struggles when you first started?
Well, I actually gotta thank God for those struggles, to be honest, because what happened is I was training with a gym previously to um starting my training with Karasu Tengu Academy. So I was at a different gym, and they were doing these like group classes. They called it like pods, you know.
Hmm.
So it would be like, oh, this is your pod, and you train this time, this day, Next day off, this time, this day, maybe like 2 days off, and like or like three, and then like so it's very limited training. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? I want to train every day.
Yeah.
This is stupid. So I was just on Instagram, and I actually found a buddy of mine, John McNeil, who was training at the same gym. He's affiliated with Triumph and stuff. Uh, so I saw him hitting pads with my current coach, Walter. I was like, yo, let me hit up this guy. He's got a place. It looks like they got no restrictions. I see no masks and none of that shit. So I just texted my coach, you accepting new students, da da da, because I knew it was COVID going on. And, everything was restricted at the time, man. It was like January, just turned 2021, if my timeline's correct. And yeah, everything was like really weird and everybody was super paranoid. But, jumped into training there and then I just fucking started soaring, everything just got better from there, you know.
So how's like the atmosphere and the vibe at that gym? Because whenever I see you guys in public, you're all like very like a close knit group. But there's also like dozens, if not like 100 of you guys. You bring like the entire family, entire fans. Like
Yeah.
it's very like
Yeah.
tight knit group.
Yeah, so well, I would say that's accurate, like KTA family is like kind of like what we call each other, fucking it's just a super good group of people, a super great group of people. Like we've all managed to find each other um through our passion, martial arts, and I feel like that binds like us even closer together because everybody works, You go to work, you got coworkers, like associates, maybe you can call them friends. Oh, that's my friend from work, or it's some guy I work with. But at the gym, it's like, yo, that's my guy, like that's my dude, that's my fucking brother, that's my sister, like because I feel like we're just so close knit after work, after a long day, stressful day, whatever fucking problems you got going on outside the gym, we all come to the gym to train our passion and just get better, on the mats, which leads to getting better off the mats as well, mindset, physically, plenty of other things. So I think of everybody that I train with and everybody on my team as my brother and my sister, you know, no more, no less, to be honest. If anything more, it's all love, brother. It's like just you know how it is training.
Hmm.
Like you got training partners there. They're there with you during the highs, during the lows. Whether they know it or not, they're still in the room with you, and you're still working together. So I feel like that is a factor for me as to why I think of all these guys and girls I train with so closely to me. So yeah,
So what would you say makes your gym unique and different from other gyms that might be in the area?
we got like a real we're like we're still in the building process. Like we're building from the ground up. I came to my coach Walter's gym. I say right when he was like starting to like get the ball rolling and stuff. When the team was just starting to form and when he was just starting to get fighters of his own active on the scene. I was just becoming a part of the team and the family per se. And so I think we separate ourselves from the competition, if you will, or the other gyms in the area because I think we just wanted more. Like we work hard. We got plenty of guys and the hobbyists who train with us, like they will help us prepare for like jujitsu competitions or fights, smokers, they will help us get better as well. And it's just like everybody's on the same page, and if you're not, then you kind of get separated naturally. Like it just happens. We've had a few guys roll in, roll out. So I think what mainly separates us from everybody else is just we want it, man, and we're fucking hungry as ever right now. And I think we have a unique style in the fact that you know we come to bang and we really like are trying to incorporate what we train in the gym to the cage. Everybody is, but we got like a really unique style and coming down from like descending from UFC veterans like Joey Gomez, John McNeil. Last fight was in Bellator. We got my coach Walter, plenty of other guys and upcoming pros. D1 wrestlers and shit like that, man. And just hungry kids like me who are just ready to fucking put their all into this shit. So I think that's mainly it, man. The hunger and the want right now, and the desire to just be the best is there with us, and I think that's separating us from current gyms in my area.
So going on to your fight now, how did this fight come to be? Is this title fight something that you actively tried to seek out, or did they just come with you like, hey, you want to fight for a title?
Yeah, to my knowledge, that's what happened, man. Like where was I? I forget where I was. I think I might have been at work, to be honest. And I got a phone call from my coach. He's like, "Yo, what's your weight?" I was like, "Oh, told him my weight, and he was like, "You want to fight for Combat FC title shot? We have opportunity." I was like, "Oh shit, man! Like, what weight?" He's like, 145. I was like, "Let's do it, bro. Let's just do it." I haven't cut to 45 in since my first fight, so the rest of the fights have been catch weight or 155. So I had two 155 fights and two 150 fights, and so now we hopping back in full 145 weight class, and I don't know if it's because the kid I'm fighting has a good record, but I fucking I fight I think I fight pretty well, I think I'm entertaining, and I think this fight will be a very good matchup and exciting for the fans. And it's one and slapping a championship in there is just even more reason for us to get in the gym and work harder to pour it all out there on fight night. So that could be the reason. Try to get our names built up. Combat FC more built up. I don't know the main reason, but shit, I love to work hard. I love to get better, and I love a challenge. So title shot made me even more hungrier. So yeah.
Besides obviously training for longer durations, is there anything specific you're doing to train for a specific title fight of 5 rounds,
Um.
either mental or physical?
Yeah, we've added some mental training into our like training as well. So shout out to Coach Chad Parks. He's getting us right. He's doing us wonders in the coaching side of things and in the competition side of things. And, and by that I mean by getting our minds right, by helping us realize why we feel certain ways when we go to compete during competition, maybe even after, in between matches, if it's jujitsu or in between rounds, like fucking. So we've been adding a whole lot of mindset training in, and I started, picking up the strength and conditioning a little more, working on breathing, learning, expanding my mind, so I can enhance my athletic performance. You know what I'm saying, man? Like,
Yep.
so breathing, SNC, and mind training. We've been fucking busy, brother.
So your opponent, let me pull up his record now. He's never been outside the second round. Do you think that could be a problem for him, stamina-wise, if it goes in the fourth or fifth round?
Definitely, definitely. I don't know if it'll make it there, but I think it's my fight if we end up there. I think it's my fight no matter what. But uh, I've been working on my cardio and being able to put on the pace, push the pace. So yeah, man, not too much to say. Uh, but if it goes to deep waters, like I'll drag him in there and fucking maul him like a shark.
So what do you know about your opponent? Have you watched any footage on him or anything?
I watched one fight that I could find on YouTube, and it was like a spinning back fist finish, but it wasn't. I don't think it was anything special, really. No disrespect to my opponent, of course, but the kid looked like he got up and he could continue to fight. I think he just fell, honestly. But what do I know? I wasn't there. But you know, nothing crazy. I haven't watched too much. I don't tend to watch too much, you know. I don't like to get in my own head. That's kind of like fan mentality shit, you know. Like I'll study him, but like I'm not like I'll let my coach do the studying, and he's my coach, so he will get me right for whatever's coming.
So, win, lose, or draw from this fight, what do you want people to think of you as you walk out of this cage?
Win, lose, or draw, just know that I'm a fighter and I'm gonna be back. I'm hungry, and I just want to be the best version of myself. Um, on my goals, go in there and just give it all I got. You know what I'm saying? Physically, mentally, technically, just fight a great fight and make my coaches happy and proud, and make my family, my supporters happy with my performance, and satisfy myself with how I did. So I'm ready to go in there, give it all I got, leave it all on the line. This is for gold, man. This ain't no fucking regular fight. So I've been treating it special, and it is, man. This is a very fun fight, and I'm excited. It's an exciting part of my amateur career that I'm looking to put myself to the test it with. So should be good, bro. I'm excited.
So, with fighting on your birthday, it's your 21st, right?
Yeah, man.
So, most people on their 21st birthdays, they're just out drinking all day long. So, is it like slightly like part of your mind just like, I wish I could just party all day instead of just having to worry about a fight? Or are you really like excited for this to be your 21st celebration?
Man, I wouldn't want to spend it any other way, to be honest. I actually like when my coach told me about the fight, and then he told me the date. I was like, "Oh fuck, that's no way. That's my birthday." And I told him that. They're like, "It's your birthday for real?" I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "What better way to fucking celebrate and go out there and have a fist fight, and then whatever happens after happens." Should be hopefully walking out of there with a strap and fucking down some beers, smoke some weed, eat some cake. Yeah, man. Will be a good night. I'm manifesting a good night, and I've been working, training for nothing but a good night. So, win, lose, or draw, give it all I got. It'll be a good night, no matter what. You know?
Yep. So, you fought for Combat FC prior, also NEF and Combat Zone. So, you're just fine wherever you can find the fight. Will you be chasing the Combat Zone and NEF belts?
Hey, man, I'd love to fight for a strap in any one of these promotions. One place I haven't made it over to yet is Cage Titans, which I would
Mm-hmm.
love to get over there. So I see what they're doing, and it looks great. And my buddy fought over there, Buckets, Connor Buckets, Moral. So he loved it. I loved the energy in the fucking place. It was great, and that's somewhere I'd like to go to in the future. But like I said earlier, man, this is like I'm young, and I'm on the journey right now. So I just want to keep getting better and to be the best version of myself. And whatever comes with that comes with that. Belts are accolades. I'm a young amateur fighter. Saying that, I do want to collect as many as I can and show like my skill set. But really, I just want to challenge myself against the best people, dude, and draw eyes and you know just live that life.
So, this will be your one, two, sixth amateur fight. At this point, most people will be immediately going pro. But I think you mentioned to Steve Domenico that you're going 2 or 3 more years as an amateur. What made you make that decision?
Just because I'm young, man, and like I don't want to rush it. Like a lot of these like guys will go out and debut pro against like somebody who's like either been around and not that good, or just like some average person. But like I don't know, man. Like when I go pro, like I really want it to be like an exciting time. I want it to be like, oh, yo, like Mike Woods, he's going pro. Like his next fight is pro. Did you see who he's fighting? He's fighting da 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 whoever. Like, oh, he ain't no scrub. He's no slouch. That'll be a good fight. So, like, some of these pro matches, like you can kind of like tell how they're gonna play out, and then it plays out like that. You're like, what the fuck, bro? Like, this was the main event. But so yeah, another reason is just because I got time, man, and you know, I'm a perfectionist. I just want to, like I said, keep getting better, better, better. And dude, really, I just wouldn't wait for when my coach tells me to go pro, because he'll know when I'm ready.
So in those next 2 3 years, how active do you want to be? This year, it's the beginning of September. This will be your fourth fight. You have 4 fights last year. How active should we expect you to be?
As active as possible, you know. I think after this fight, I want to end the year, um, just chilling, relaxing, and not relaxing, but taking care of like my body, getting stronger, and keep on getting sharper. Adding tools to the toolbox. So maybe I'll fight again by the end of the year. Maybe I won't. We'll see how this plays out. You know. But for the next year, for the next coming year, I would like to be as active as possible. Given like my body is good and no outside issues I have to deal with regarding like family or like friends or like deaths or anything, then shit, man, should be another active 2024, and just gonna keep pushing, man. Like if I could get another fucking 4 fights by throughout 2024, that would put me at like what 10 amateur fights, and we'll see what happens then. Even then, no rush, brother. Like I said, it gets to a point when maybe you'll have to rush it, but I got a few years I can wait to go pro, and I'm gonna make the most of them. So that's my plan.
So you mentioned your name is Mike Woods. Is that like a nickname? Because all your T-shirts say Woods, but then the poster says Jolicoeur. So what's up with that?
So yeah, it's like my little nickname or whatever. It was my Facebook name a lot during high school, so it was like my high school like Facebook name, and it's kind of funny. Like I started training with Walter, and I was gonna fucking change my Facebook name and like change my socials and stuff. Um, but then he was just like, we had a few mics like rolling through the door, and so he was like, it was getting confusing, and so he just went by my Facebook. He's like, "Oh, Woods, Woods, you Woods." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm Woods." I'm like, "Yo, you're the motherfucker who calls me that the most." So yeah, and then it like everybody in the gym calls me that, and it just stuck. And like my last name is Jolicoeur. Like, how do you spell that? I bet you don't even know. How do you say it? Some people can't even like read it and say it. So Woods is simple. Mike Woods sounds kind of cool. So it's like put the Z on the end. That's some zest. You feel me?
Yeah.
And yeah, it was my little tag too growing up. So like I would slap Woods, WDZ wherever. I got it on my finger actually. I don't know if you can see.
Nice.
That's my first tattoo. So yeah, man, it's just a little dumb nickname that ended up catching on like later in life, and now it's stuck. So I mean, it's catchy. I like it.
I remember being at the first Comet FC, and I was really confused because I thought Mike Woods and Mike Jolicoeur were two different people.
That's so funny, bro. Nah, it's just what my guys call me Woods, and then my socials Woods, and then like again, like people are like, oh, that's what's your name? I'll be like Mike. They're like, what? I'll be like, just call me Woods. It's a little nickname. Like
uh,
Buckets, my boy Buckets. Call him Buckets. P Wood. It just happens with the guys. Make up nicknames and shit.
so we're gonna go through some of your favorites. If you just want to give the favorite and move on, you can do that. If you want to give a little bit of story, you can move on or do that as well.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Your favorite regional fighter that's not one of your teammates or
Favorite
yourself.
regional fighter? Brody McDougall. I like him a lot. And let me go in one of my weight classes. In my weight class. Shit. Uh, Kyle Hill is really good too, man. I train with those guys a little bit, and they're great. They're great, great people over there. Um, Not one of my teammates. Yeah, that's good. We'll leave it at that.
Your favorite big league fighter.
I like Yair Rodriguez a lot, and I'm a big fan of what's his name? Shit, when you get put on the spot, you're like, oh, I don't even fucking know
Yeah.
now. Yeah, we'll stick with Yair.
Your favorite fight to watch that's not one of your own.
I watched. I like the Glover Teixeira Yuri Prohaska fight. Um, Nick Diaz, Paul Daly. I liked watching Nate Diaz versus Cowboy Cerrone. Who else we got? Fucking that Max Holloway fight versus the Zombie was good, and these two Volk fights very interesting. Um, let's see who else we got here. Um, I was a big fan of who else? I don't know, but also I forgot to mention two of my other favorite fighters. Yo, Joey Gomez, Walter Cotito.
Of
No
course.
matter what,
Your
yeah,
favorite
we'll leave
submission?
it at that.
Sorry.
Favorite
Your-
submission?
yes.
Ooh, I like a Darce. I like the Peruvian necktie.
Let's go.
Anaconda. I just like that whole little like transition, that like the like setup. You got a whole bunch of transitions from there when you get the head and the arm from like turtle or like half guard. So yeah, I like those submissions. And off my back triangle is my favorite.
I've asked that question like 25 people. I've been waiting for someone to approve your necktie, and you're finally someone who said it. That's my favorite.
Shout out Peru, all my dogs in Peru. We went to Peru actually. Me and my coach, my boy Josh J Money Medeiros. Fucking, he's fighting alongside with me, so should be an interesting fight. And yeah, we went to Peru. We had a fucking blast out there, bro. It was crazy. We trained every day, partied like almost every day, ate fucking great food, bro. Like great food. And yeah, man. So shout out Peru.
Your favorite food to eat after a weigh-in, before your fight, and after your fight. So two different answers.
Oh, you got the good questions, man. Oh, Brazilian food. I love going to Sabor Brazil in Nashua, New Hampshire. So if you're in the area, check out Sabor Brazil. Um, family-owned restaurant, fucking amazing, so good. So you know what's crazy? Some Brazilians they don't like it. These Brazilians, uh, these Brazilian girls I train with and like that I knew from high school, they don't like it as much. I'm like, what are you talking about? What do I know? Who am I to tell them like this? Dude, it's the best Brazilian food around, and they'd be like, no, it's not. Fuck, my bad. But I would say Brazilian food from Sabor, and then after the fight, man, I love me some pizza, some sushi, really whatever's around, bro. Burger, you know, that shitty ass food that they sell. But yeah, next day I'll buy or cook something like great. But right after, whatever's there, man.
Sabor, Sabor.
Yes,
All right, add that to my list.
I'm bored. Brazil, Nashua, hell yeah, man. Where are you
Uh,
from? You
North
got
Andover,
you.
Massachusetts.
Oh, it's like 30 minutes, 40.
Yeah, it'd be
Cool.
like 15 if there's a highway going directly, but you have to go like down and up, and it's really frustrating.
Yeah, shit's dumb.
Da, 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 da. Two more questions. If you could give a
Okay.
message to yourself the day before you made your kickboxing debut, so October 29th, 2021, what would that be?
Um, don't be scared to get hit, man. Uh, give it your all. Don't fight just not to lose. Fight to win, whether you win or lose. Don't just fight not to lose. And yeah.
And any last message you want to say? Any shout outs or anything? Sponsors?
Yes, shout out to all my guys at Karasu Tengu Academy, Nashua, New Hampshire. Thank you to all the people who support me in this journey. I'm eternally grateful. Um, got a couple people I want to shout out, some special people in my life. So shout out to Alyssa Ray, KTA Management. Um, shout out to Levi Daniels, my new strength conditioning coach. Big help since I've started working with him. Shout out Chad Parks, my guy, the mental coach. Um, and we got Joseph, 8191 Creatives, my uncle. That's big unk right there. We got um, Dalvy, Dalvy Photo on Instagram. Lombardo Loam, my guy Ryan. Fucking love that dude. Um, Ben Center Trucking. Uh, we got First Harvest Hemp, my guy Kevin Gino, over there. Kev Gino gets us right with the CBD, the fucking flour, CBD flour, regular flour, all that. So First Harvest Hemp, check them out on Instagram. Um, all my coaches, all my teammates, and Carosa Eye Care gets me right. Merrimack, New Hampshire, and Sabor Brazil. I'm coming for the biggest plate ever. Friday, September 15th. I'll be there. And then the next day, I'll be there with the belt, hopefully.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, man, thank you for your time, bro. Shout out to you, too, and Combat FC, Joe Cav and Rick, for getting me matched up with a great opponent. And we got a great fight to look forward to, man. So I'm fucking stoked, bro. Everybody over there at Combat FC, thank you. I'm excited to go perform and work with you guys again, man. Let's do this shit.
Hell yeah. Thank you
And
for your
shout out my
time.
mom and dad.
Thank you for your time. We'll see you September 15th.
See you, man. Thank you so much.